AmiiboFight, the streamer with the spark, bringing joy and laughter to our hearts. With the controller in hand, ready to play, entertaining us all every single day. Oh, AmiiboFight, you're the star of the screen, streaming games and living out your dream. From Mario Kart to Smash Bros. Fights, you light up our lives with your gaming nights. Oh, AmiiboFight, you're the star of the screen, streaming games and living out your dream. From Mario Kart to Smash Bros. Fights, you light up our lives with your gaming nights. From the first hello to the final goodbye, you create a community that's hard to deny. With your quick reflexes and witty remarks, you built a following that spans the dark. Oh, AmiiboFight, you're the star of the screen, streaming games and living out your dream. From Mario Kart to Smash Bros. Fights, you light up our lives with your gaming nights. Through the ups and downs, you never sway. With each victory and loss, you still slay. You've created a family, a virtual crew, supporting each other, always staying true. Oh, AmiiboFight, you're the star of the screen, streaming games and living out your dream. From Mario Kart to Smash Bros. Fights, you light up our lives with your gaming nights. In this digital realm, we all unite, as AmiiboFight takes us on a gaming flight. With every stream, the fun is never done. Thank you, AmiiboFight, for making it all so fun. Yeah.
All right. Microphone check 0202. What is up, everybody? This is Michael Purgatorio, come to you guys live on your Thursday evening, not for an arena, but actually for a tournament. How did we get here, you ask? Well, it took many a year. In fact, it took a full 10 years, a decade if you're keeping count at home. and we are here for the 10-year Amiibo anniversary tournament. As it said in the notification, guys, I'd like to say personally, thank you all for making Amiibo so awesome. It really wouldn't be where it is today without everybody. That includes the USAC server, Astrobeat server, AFC server, AmiiboFight server, Splices server, Exion server, CCAS server, AmiiboFight server, the Amiibo Gateway Docs server, the Docs Disciples server. Did I mention AmiiboFight? Nah, but seriously, I just really want everyone to have a good time here as we go through some matches. We're gonna throw down some predictions for every matchup here. Well, should we do every? Yeah. Let's do every matchup for this one because we got a lot of heavy hitters here. I just know it's not. There's some tier list differences. Some. It's not terrible, but it's also not that good in some spots. Anyway, yeah, I see Nightmare is in the chat. What's up, Nightmare? Welcome. Yeah, just 10 years of Amiibo. I know we're going to be telling stories in the chat, but mine is pretty simple. I've told it actually like 10 times here.
No one had ever stood up to me like that before. I respected him from there on out.
That's a great story, Grandpa. I didn't like it.
None of my grandchildren had ever disliked one of my stories before. From then on, he was my favorite.
Well, I don't like that story, Great-Grandpa.
Future old people are wizards.
Smash 4 coming out. They had all these little toys on there, and I was like, bro, what are those? And the dude said, Amiibo. And I was like, oh, okay. And, didn't really give me a good explanation of it. Or maybe I just wasn't paying attention. I don't know. But long story short, I, brought the Mario Amiibo home, trained it up a little bit, and was like, it's kind of boring. But, maybe if I get more, it'll be fun. So focused on Smash 64, and then from there it's like, oh, wait, I got to get the Sonic one. But wait, Duck Hunt is right there. And yeah, you can see how this all spiraled and snowballed into. Now I got my own goddamn Twitch stream. Wow. So, yeah. Now we're here. So again, I really can't thank everybody enough for standing by AmiiboFight as well as Amiibo in general, and just making sure they were the clear winners for the Toys to Life, as well as just us, getting together here today to celebrate 10 years of Amiibo, and also some of the bestest Amiibo we've seen in AmiiboFight. And, well, I didn't do a very good job of training at the time. It's cool. I really threw a lot of my Amiibo into just battle royales, had them fight that way, or sometimes there would be like 3v3s, 4v4s. I'd be on one team, the Amiibo's on the other team, and, obviously you just battle. But, there was a lot of cool stuff that I did, and I hope to actually share with you guys on our VODs channel sometime soon, which, yeah, by the way, check out the AmiiboFight VODs channel. We're going to be adding more and more Amiibo talk here soon, but we're also going to be adding some arenas and matches in 2025. I'm really looking forward to that. I hope you guys are too. Yeah, other than that, though, I just want to take a look at the bracket real quick before we start getting into it, guys. So appreciate your patience again as we actually had to help a certain somebody with some Amiibo, and he just... I don't know. I don't want to say he was slow, but he just didn't quite get what he was doing, which is funny. He sent a Spirited Amiibo at first, then it was Vanilla, and I was like, okay, we're done here. I got one of them. We got one of them at least. But we're going to stream Sept here so we can take a closer look at bracket. And it looks like, guys, we got a pretty good group here. We see, actually, in our first matchup, Joseph's Hero versus Razor Force 21's Isabelle. Should be a good one, but I'm seeing a lot of other cool stuff, like a Diddy Kong versus a Donkey Kong. That is dope. I can't wait for that matchup. We also got Doveman's Alp versus Half Mario's Midman, and you also got Doveman's Trainer versus Soy Sauce's Villager. That should be a good one, but got to keep the rivalry alive a little bit between me and Joseph. So my pit versus his Ganondorf, and then we see also Soy Sauce's Nest versus MLL456's Snake. Yes, MLL456 and his amiibo have made it to the party. Also, Nightmare's Byleth and Doveman's Little Mac. I really want to see that one. So definitely some good stuff being presented. Come here. Come here. Also, I see Soy Sauce's King DDD is here. I want to say that's like his 200th amiibo. I could be wrong though. But just to let you guys know, we are going to be doing items off 5 stock, and as you can see, the time limit is 10 minutes. Just making measure twice, cut once, but I think stage hazards are okay to stay on. 1.0 launch rate, we're good. We're good. Yeah, I just don't want to see us spamming the same Battlefield and Omega stage, but let's go ahead and jump in here. Oh, actually, yeah, let's do that. So instead of anyone, Battlefield and Omega. Nice, nice. I don't know who you're referring to as far as the creator, but yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of content creators in regards to Amiibo now, which I am just so thrilled about, honestly, because I don't want to be the only one. Seriously, that would suck if I was the only one. But let's get our first matchup set up, guys. So it will be the Isabelle Jolene. About to go one-on-one with Joseph's hero. Hierolithius. Yeah, I have a hard time with that name. I do. Whoa. Let's, first and foremost. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, first and foremost, let's get us back here. And, yeah, we're going to have Jolene going Doggo e Mano with Hierolithus. Let's, go ahead and grab him out of the Joseph bin. There he is. Alright, and guys, we're going to run a quick prediction for you as well, so just be 1 minute and a great chance for you guys to get some points for Sunday's Arena. We're going to be opening that up at 7:30 Central Time, by the way, so make sure you guys keep training, keep getting better. I really don't know how this matchup goes exactly, but, I mean, there's definitely a tier list difference, and I gotta be honest, I think the matchup goes more in the heroes' favor, but if it doesn't, then I guess it could go even. Yeah, I just really don't see it going in Jolene's favor, but I do know Jolene was trained by a great trainer, Razor Force, and, he does also have the Mii Gunner Sniper. It's just, for some reason, he submitted the vanilla version. It's like, yeah, I can't. I already reopened it once, man. I can't do it again. We're already running behind. Can't do it. Dina1026 is in the chat, though. What's up, Dina1026? Welcome, welcome. But right now, guys, you have less than 30 seconds to cast a prediction. If you haven't already, make sure to do so right now. Long story short, though, I think we're in for a great tournament overall, and I would like to just take this time to say thank you again to everybody that made AmiiboFight and Amiibo awesome, as well as to all tournament winners and all participating. Salud. Alright, well, if you're just joining us now, this is going to be a best of one single limb 5-stock matchup. Jolene versus Hierolithus. That's up first. Definitely curious to see the prediction, though, but looks like Nightmare is the big spender for the Heroes side at 10 funds, giving it 20%, but 80% going for the Isabelle, and that's Pat's Patch Gaming with 20 funds. That's kind of funny, but you know what? It's when you just jump into Amiibo. I know I was the same way when I just jumped in.
Got him!
Critical hit. That's a bit critical. But yeah, when I jumped into Amiibo, there was just so much to learn. And I don't know about you guys, but when I jump into almost any community, it's kind of like, yeah, you know, I know a good amount of, I don't know, music, movies, whatever. And then some guy comes in and he's like, yeah. And then they just show you a whole array of different things to a point where it's like, damn, I don't know shit. So, you know, it's looking like Herolithus is up by 3 right now. Did he also send the vanilla? I thought I checked this. Oh, that's not good then. Could have sworn I did put in the editor, or excuse me, not editor, the submission app that this is spirited. I did check out everybody's bins for the most part, and yeah, everything was fine. Yeah, it does say it will be spirited, so please no big set. Yeah, I see that here, so that's just, yeah, kids, you need to learn to read. It's getting embarrassing. I mean, we're America. We're supposed to know how to read by this age. 7:45 though, and Herolithus is probably going to take this victory, guys. Yeah, honestly, I'm not even going to count that prediction because that's just not fair to the person betting 10 funds. So we're actually just going to delete the prediction, guys. Everyone's getting funds back. And with 7:20 left, we're just waiting for that last hit from the hero. And he's going to be moving on. Looks like to fight, actually, my Ganondorf amiibo. Okay. So, again, 2 matches with me and Joseph. So, Joseph, Razor Force, I guess, also, good game. We're going to give our props, though, to Joseph's hero, Herolithus, for the victory. Yeah, also, I guess I forgot to take this out of the bracket, but the Me Gunner is not participating here, guys, so we're just going to give MLL456 that win right off the bat. Yeah, just right off the bat. I really didn't have much time to go ahead and remove him, but our next matchup then, guys, will be Mario Dude's Captain Falcon versus Half Mario's Isabelle. I just gave everyone their funds back because of that nightmare, so you're good. You're good. So that is going to be W. Rizguy. Yeah, you guys could go ahead and switch that then. In fact, that's probably something I should probably address here in the Discord for you guys. Yeah, I'm actually going to ping everybody on that one. Because, yeah, nobody wants to go ahead and predict the vanilla amiibo. I can already tell you that much. Hey, what's up, Disco Party Ham? Welcome in, bro. No, it was supposed to actually start at 7, and we had someone just, like, submit the wrong amiibo, and then he submitted, I guess, the wrong amiibo again. I don't know how that really worked out, but long story short, Razor Force, I guess, is just not in this one. Kind of sad, but at the same time, I put Spirited. I don't know how he missed that in the rules unless he just completely ignored the rules like so many people do. But we're going to go ahead and give people a few extra minutes then for the tournament prediction. Gives me a time to actually talk about our next bin file tour, which will be Monday, 7 p.m. Central Time, and we're doing Blitzkrieg. It's a 4v4 best of 7 vanilla tournament with A tier and lower. And that is going to be a best of 7 series including items on and any stage eligible with hazards on. So definitely something that you guys don't want to miss. And also there's going to be 4 teams competing, AmiiboFight, also Team Shid, Team Vigil, and a 4th mystery team. We're hoping to get Doc's Disciples on board. Yeah, the predictions are still open for you guys for tournament in the Discord. Make sure to do so. Also, yep, see you later, Dina1026. Thank you so much for dropping by. Yes, there is going to be a bounty for this tournament. No problem, Disco. But there is going to be a bounty for this tournament. Again, just trying to get everything ready in a timely fashion. But my Ganondorf is the bounty. And I'm throwing that into Discord now. So if you guys do defeat my Ganondorf, it's a free tier 1 sub. Though I got to be honest, I feel like everyone in this bracket is pretty much subscribed. So I don't know, I'll give you a tier 1 sub to Amiibots or some shit. I don't know. It's whatever. It's whatever. Yeah, you kind of right, but still, we're doing it. I'm doing it at least. So thank you to Gary312X for the idea. We're going to give you guys one more minute on that. In fact, still gotta find that amiibo. That will be Half Mario's Isabelle Honey Buns. Cool amiibo, no doubt. And let's go ahead and throw up a prediction for you guys. Yeah, I made sure these were spirited, so I think we're good on that. That is true. The winner is getting a 10-year anniversary ring that is going to be supplied by Trophy Smack. If you guys haven't seen it yet, you can check out our Discord server right now to get a better glimpse of that particular ring. We're going to do a trophy, but yeah, I'm not spending $200 for that. That's insane. But you guys do have 30 seconds left to go ahead and cast a prediction. I am now going to cut off the predictions, though, for the tournament. Okay, so we got a few people making some predictions here. And everyone else is, well, probably going to be a little disappointed. Hey, I put Spirited in the submission app. I did my job. Anywho, we're going to get our next matchup started right now, guys. It's Honey Buns going one-on-one with W Riz Guy.
3, 2, 1, go!
He did suggest a belt, but belt would be also pretty expensive. I didn't check out Trophy Smack's belts, but if it's anything like WWE stuff, it's gonna be like, yeah, I would say even half the price from WWE stuff. It's gonna be like $200, $150, but I think a ring is still pretty cool. And that'll be 5-4. Yeah, W Riz guy taking it on the chin there. And within the first minute of play, W Riz guy. Oh. Yeah, I believe it. I totally believe it. Well, guys, we got a lot more great Amiibo here, but I'm enjoying the matchup so far. And there's a big F smash from Honey Buns, half Mario's Isabelle to Mario Dude C Falcon W Riz guy. I can't really disagree with that right now. This is definitely a big tournament right now. It not only celebrates 10 years of Amiibo, but is really showcasing the bestest Amiibo to ever come through the very unorthodox arena of AmiiboFight. Fair point. Fair point. I hear you. I hear you. 3-2. Yeah, Honey Buns is not doing a bad job, but she is down Uno. And this is, again, another Isabelle matchup I don't know a lot of knowledge on, but I really thought Honey Buns would be starting out very strong and having a lead by now, but... Okay, hold on. Oh! That's a chest bomb. Yeah, you know what? I will go ahead and actually post our bracket here in chat for you, Gary312X. I don't see Joseph anywhere, so I don't know if he's in the chat. But, yeah, we actually see Honey Buns down to last stock. And big forward smash. No, still good. Still good. Yeah, I think this is like the 10th time you said that here, Gary. I said it again. It's Mario. Can you please stop asking that? Yeah, we definitely did. So I think it's time we stop asking that question. But do you want to go ahead and say, guys, good game? We will give our props here to W Riz guy. Also, give it up for their Amiibo trainer, Mario Dude, for the win, and quite a win here for him. I think really that down tilt at the ledge is just so powerful that it's really just raising Captain Falcon through the tier list. Yeah, maybe it could still happen. I don't know. But, again, good game, guys. Let's go ahead and give our props to Mario Dude and his Captain Falcon for taking the win. Next up, though, we got another half Mario Amiibo. And actually, let me go to that prediction. In fact, it looked like 94% going for the Isabelle, 150 funds were for Gary312X, and only 6% going for the Sea Falcon. That was Nightmare with 10 funds. So, congratulations to the Captain Falcon. And congrats to Nightmare for getting some funds. Alright, well, we're going to get ready for our next matchup here, guys. That is half Mario's Diddy Kong versus Soy Sauce's Donkey Kong. You know, I can't really disagree with that right now, Disco. I think Dub is definitely going to be a big contender here for the grand final. But we got Super P. He is here. And he's going to go one-on-one with Soy Sauce's Donkey Kong Dark Bowl. Let's go ahead and throw up a prediction on this matchup before we get it started. And you guys now have 1 minute to go ahead and cast your prediction. The Banjo and Kazooie is actually Doveman's Banjo and Kazooie, and that is Funshine. I think that's his only Banjo and Kazooie, actually. Yeah, it's certainly not Dove's only amiibo, though. He's actually got his Alpha amiibo in the bracket. Yeah, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and throw that bracket here for you guys if you need it here. There we go. All right, there's the 10-year bracket, guys. Go ahead and check it out if you need to. But this is going to be your last chance to go ahead and cast a prediction if you haven't already. And we're going to be seeing, I think, a pretty fun matchup between Soy Sauce's Donkey Kong and Half Mario's Diddy Kong. But yeah, definitely a tier list difference here. And I think Dark Bolt,
I must break you.
the Donkey Kong will be the heavy favorite. But prediction is now over. Let's get it going. 23% going for the Donkey Kong. That was Disco Party Ham with 20 funds. And then 77% for the Diddy Kong. That is Gary312X voting with 100 funds, the big spender here. So right now we got some big hits going. It's kind of more like, it is 27, but at the same time with Razor Force, it's now kind of like 25, which still a good number in my book. Oh. Yeah, don't count out Super P just yet. He wants that W just as bad as Dark Bowl. Double hit. And nice up smash. That will be 5-4. And that is going to be 4-4. Yeah, I did not really anticipate it being this close in the first minute 20. Yeah, he's got a few good ones here. I especially think that Banjo and Kazooie will be a big threat in this bracket, but that is a big forward smash from Dark Bolt to Super P, and it is now 4-3. Yeah, I can go ahead and say the same right now, Nightmare. In fact, really, if Duck showed up the other day, we would have been seeing... I think we would have been seeing one of your amiibo, I believe. Yeah, actually it was. It was Crystal. I find it funny how sometimes the best amiibo get a bye to the second round. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it just has to do with just evening things out, making sure there's no self-elims, no dittos before round 3. But all in all, yeah, you know, we usually see some of the better amiibo get that round 1 bye. Shit going on in this match. Down smash right there, and we've been in this one 3 minutes, seen 5 stocks taken away, showing us it's fairly aggressive. Oh! Yeah, big down air to Donkey Kong's coconut head, and it is now 3-2. Now it is 2-all. True. Chroma a little bit of a wild card, but Xion I think definitely belongs in this one. Disco. And there's the up special from Dark Bowl. And great up smash here from the Diddy Kong. That is the smaller primate. And that is 2-1. Oh, yeah, that was Joseph Zero. Let me update that. Yeah, so Joseph Zero will face Mike Ganondorf in round 2. In fact, really, the winner of this matchup is going to be meeting Mario Dude's Inkling in the next round. Sure. Just got to bump that up to like 30, 35 Disco, and then you should be on the top 10. But there is the up special, and Soy Sauce's Donkey Kong Dark Bowl moves on. Well, just want to go ahead and say good game, gentlemen. We will give our props, though, to Dark Bowl. Also give it up for their Amiibo trainer Soy Sauce for the win. We see the damage was actually super close in this fight, but yeah, the tier list kind of dictating the matchup in favor of the Donkey Kong. Alright, well, let me go ahead and pay out that prediction. And let's get the next one started. It is MLL456's Link versus Mario Dude's Daisy. Alright, we got Sir Chain in the house. About to battle Oh Baby. Yeah, Oh Baby is actually a pretty cool Daisy amiibo from Mario Dude, and they're going to go one-on-one with Sir Chain. That is MLL456's Link, who... no, he didn't win the Temple Tour. He won one of the stage-specific tournaments, if I'm not mistaken. Whereas Oh Baby, I believe, winning the C-Tier and Lower Tour, Vanilla style. Obviously, everybody here using Spirit Editor. In fact, this is really one of those tours where I'm encouraging you to use Spirit Editor. But right now, let's go ahead and take a prediction, guys. Link and Daisy. I know this is going to be a little bit... No, we are not doing 4-player free-for-all. No, not for this tournament, Gary312X. But, yeah, that's who won Temple Tour. But, yeah, Sir Chain, I want to say one of the stage-specific tournaments. I just can't remember which one off the top of my head. But definitely a great Link amiibo from a cool trainer. Mario Dude's Daisy, though, definitely going to be having an uphill battle. By the way, you guys have less than 30 seconds to cast a prediction if you haven't already. But I do want to... I think Oh Baby's going to put up a great fight, don't get me wrong, but still feel like it will be Sir Chain for the win. That was it. 75M. That one was actually suggested by Doveman, and I think that was actually after our Corneria tour. But
we're entering Corneria City now.
Started. And let's see what you guys thought here. So, 2% going with Link. That is Disco Party Ham, the big spender with 100 funds. 98% going with the Daisy. And that is Gary312X with 5,000 funds. Yeah, just keep it out of my arena. That's all I'm asking, Disco Party Ham. Yeah, and how to do that, it's something you could do inside of Submission App, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but I'm sure somebody will be able to teach you in the AmiiboFight server, which we now see, oh baby, suffering the first fall. And pretty cool. We got the Omega version of Spiral Hill. Yeah. Oh. It's 4-4 right now. I do see Sir Chain going a little bit with the down special. That's, I think, really more or less a handicap for the Amiibo, just because of the item and item values. But we do see Oh Baby taking a decent amount of damage at the moment. Look at this! Nice little itty-bitty combo there. You know what? I'm going to clip. I mean, we're in our 4th match. I haven't clipped anything yet, so let's clip. And side special here. Yeah, she tried for that down air, but yeah. Not good timing on the down air. And grabs the bomb, chucks it right back at him. Alright, that forward smash though, making it 8-3. Yeah, Daisy Amiibo trying to get a leg up here. I think this might be the best way to do it. Do it in the air. Get the juggles going. Jesus. And that is 4-2. Nice hit there. And that is going to make it 3-2. And Oh Baby getting a little overwhelmed here with the up smash. We are just closing in on 3 minutes, guys, so I really feel Oh Baby kind of doing what I thought she was going to do, which is hold her own. Right now, we still do have Sir Chain in the lead, and they actually have Oh Baby down to second to last stock right now, so it's kind of crunch time for her now, if I can be honest. I got you. Yeah, unfortunately, really not qualifying for this tournament. I really would have loved to see her in this one. Nice up throw. Is going to be 2-1, so Oh Baby down to her last stock here in this tournament, and she is facing tournament elimination. But look at this, we is tied up at Uno. Is anything possible? We're about to find out. Okay. Yeah, she ran right into that forward smash, and it's over. But, you know, still good job by Oh Baby, Mario Dude's Daisy Amiibo. Good game, gentlemen. Let's give it up for MLL456 and his link, Sir Chain, for the win. 4.5 minutes, 1 stock difference, and, you know, I gotta be honest, the damage was actually super close. 631 to 578. It's a little early. We got more matches, but I'm taking this replay right now. And you can't stop me. Alright, well, I'm going to update the bracket here, and that means MLL456's link will meet Soy Sauce's King DDD 200 Berber. Right now, we're moving into our next matchup, though. It is Doveman's Alf Sky Blue versus Half Mario's Min Min Maru Min. Also, let me go ahead and pay out that prediction. Congrats to the Link fans out there. I saw. So, yeah, it was a good effort, but Alright, so here is the Min Min from Half Mario, Maru Min. Big favorite here in this tournament, and she is going to be going one-on-one with, I think, another big name here in Amiibo Fight. That would be Sky Blue. Yeah, if you don't know about Sky Blue, well, I think you're in for quite a surprise here as we get started. We're going to set up another prediction for you guys as well on this one. So, Min Min, well, Alf, not Olimar. It's kind of different. It's kind of different. Alright, and you guys have a minute to cast your prediction. So, I think Maru Min definitely has a leg up, or an arm up, over Sky Blue. But, you know, Sky Blue's got some interesting friends, and we all know they could do a decent amount of damage. And honestly, if Sky Blue maybe, just maybe, could do some stuff off stage with the edge guard, you know, he might actually take this win. But, you know, it's a little circumstantial, of course, so the big thing here is getting Maru Min off stage, but I think right now he's just hoping and praying for a battlefield stage. We got 15 seconds, though, remaining. Make sure you guys cast your predictions now. I think Maru Min will take the victory, but I still think we're in for another close matchup here. That is my prediction on this match. But we're going to go ahead and actually get the matchup started, guys, and yeah, we do see the prediction fizzling out here now. Maru Min versus Sky Blue, so 25% going for Half Mario's Min Min. That's Nightmare with 20 funds. 75% going for the Alf, though. And that is going to be Disco Party Ham with 100 funds. Okay. Yeah, I think he's talking about a different tournament, Gary 312X. Which, by the way, Gary, how did you hear about Amiibo Fight? Oh, he's good to know, just so this way we can spam the hell out of it for more followers and viewers. But I got a feeling I know. I just want to... I'm just curious. Being a little nosy, if you will. Sky Blue, though, has suffered a fall already. And that will be 4-4. Don't count the Pikmin out just yet, but that is going to be a big KO, 4-3. Oh, for sure. Well, the name also helps out, you know, Amiibo Fight. Well, Maru Min is taking damage. In fact, that is a stock taken away from Maru Min, and we are tied at 3. What's amazing about Maru Min, it feels like she knows what her damage is and how to really change her game plan according to it. And that is going to be 3-2. Sky Blue. I think in a lot of ways, yeah, it is crunch time for him because Maru Min is not just a very well-trained Min Min, but, you know, she's just a Min Min. That alone means you got to stay on your toes. Speaking of staying on your toes, we see the kicks from Maru Min. Sky Blue making it back, no problemo, but gets ran into a German suplex from Marumin. Saw Marumin leaving stage for a moment, and I'm just saying Marumin is, I think, more of a threat on stage than off stage, personally. Sky Blue going to suffer a fall here. It is 3-1. I think Sky Blue could really benefit from being more aggressive off stage. Keep in mind the Min Min Amiibo is light, but you know, so is the Elf. That is true. And right now it is 2-1. Sky Blue already starting to work on that reverse 3. He's down a Pikmin. That purple Pikmin actually can be quite useful, but of course every one of these Pikmin have their own little niche of being helpful. Definitely. I would have to say probably the Olimar Alpha has gotta be lighter than the Min, but I just don't have that waitlist in front of me, and it's over. Well, just want to go ahead and say, good game, gentlemen. We will give our props, though, to Marumin. Also give it up for their Amiibo trainer, Half Mario, for the win. Well, a less than 4-minute battle, but still one of our longer matches. 2-stock win and 597 to 474. Okay. Marumin, I feel, really establishing dominance in this fight. Alright, well, guys, next up we do have another Doveman Amiibo here for you, but this time it will be Doveman's Pokemon trainer, Unite. And it looks like they're going to be battling Soy Sauce's villager, Amanda. This, I think, is going to be one of our bestest matches. Also, let me go ahead and pay out that prediction for you guys. So it looks like the Min Min will get the win-win. And right now, we need Amanda. And Amanda is here. She will be going one-on-one with... Here he is. Unite!
Pokemon Trainer.
Yeah, Unite is definitely a fun Pokemon trainer to watch in action, but Amanda is no slouch, so I again feel like we're going to see another matchup going down to last stock for each competitor. We will throw up another prediction for you guys. I'm just going to put PT for Pokemon trainer and villager for villager. I think that works. So here is the matchup. It's a villager from Soy Sauce versus a Pokemon trainer from Doveman. I really feel like both competitors have an opportunity to take a big win here, but at the same time, Amanda is going to have to play this smart. And what I mean by play this smart, go ahead and punish the Squirtle at every opportunity you can. No joke. No, if she can do that, she's got to win. However, if she cannot do that, and Unite just starts running over her with the Ivysaur, the Charizard, Flare Blitz, whatever, you know, I don't see Amanda moving on to the next round here. That's just my personal opinion, so a little circumstantial, but I personally believe Unite's got this. I think we could see Doveman move on to the next round. But let's go ahead and see what you guys thought. I'm also going to get the matchup started right now. All right, well, 31% going for the Pokemon trainer. That's actually Nightmare the Big Spender with 30 buns. And, oh, this is funny. 69% going for the villager, and that is... Actually, that is Gary312X with 90 buns. Yeah, I don't know if that's just him realizing I gotta start small because there's so many other matches, or that's all he's just got on his plate right now. I mean, he did lose pretty big in one of those predictions. And Amanda trying to get back. She does. Forward smash here from Unite, and that will be 5-4. Yeah, Amanda's starting to take my advice, and it is paying off. We are now more than a minute into the matchup, and Unite has switched over to the chart. No, he has switched to Squirtle. Uh-oh. I kind of agree with that. You're right. It's just I feel like with this particular horse race, the tier list difference is not night and day, and I'm really not sure how this matchup goes, but I can't imagine it's going too far in one competitor's favor, if it does. Big up smash, though, and that is 3-all. I'm liking the matchup so far. We're 2 minutes into it, and quite frankly, I don't think I want this one to end. Fight forever! Fight forever! Well, 2.5 minutes have expired here in this match, and that was almost a knockout, but Amanda hanging on to her third to last stock for dear life. And there's the back throw from Amanda, giving her a lead, 3-2. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Saturday on YouTube we will be seeing an Amiibo 1v1 me. It will be Doveman versus PGX Mewtwo. It's going to be going down at 7 p.m. Central Time on YouTube, so make sure you guys check that out. Again, that is our best of 7 series, and each competitor has the opportunity to back out of a matchup at least once during the series if they, if they don't like the matchup. It's kind of like calling a timeout or an audible. Thing about Pokemon Trainer, like ever, it's risky. Oh! And that is a dunk. Can I get a mulligan? Not in this case. Nice side special. And not enough. That is going to be 1-1. Well, Amanda's got a shot to take the victory, but right now the Squirtle making it difficult. She got him. Up smash will end it. Oh, I got you. Okay. Well, just want to go ahead and say good game, gentlemen. We're going to give our props, though, to Amanda. Also, give it up for the trainer Soy Sauce for taking the win. Looks like this is the new champion for our longest matchup. 1 stock difference, and man, Amanda was one away from 420, but even if she did, look at this damage difference, and Amanda's still taking the win, really proving that Squirtle... God, Squirtle sucks. Yeah, you know, if we had the opportunity to take him out of the game, we would, but, you know, just Sakurai wanted the whole goddamn trio here. But let's go ahead and move on, guys. It looks like we actually have my Amiibo in action. It will be my Pit versus Joseph's Ganondorf. Yeah, we're actually about to come to a close on the first round, and looking at a pretty strong group for round 2. Let's go ahead and bring in the next competitors. I got my Pit Amiibo Red Bull here. Looking super cool as always. He's going to be going one-on-one with Joseph Zill. As soon as I can find his... There it is. And let me also go ahead and pay out the prediction so we can set up a new prediction. Yeah, I agree with that. It's just not what happened, though. Alright, guys. Well, I am setting up our next prediction. My Pit, Joseph's Ganondorf. Who do you got? You know, really, I feel like a lot of people are looking at this like the matchup is really, and I mean really, in the Pit favor. I want to say it's only slightly, though, in the Pit favor, if I'm remembering this correctly. And, you know, first Red Bull's got to get Joseph Zill off stage. That's my whole thing. And getting a Ganondorf off stage is not that easy. So, you know, I really don't feel like this is going to be one-sided on anybody's part. But obviously I got to be a little bit biased here and go with my guy Red Bull for the win. I do. I just got to.
Yeah, you seem a little hyper.
I had a couple Red Bulls. You ever had a Red Bull? I never had a Red Bull before, but I had a Red Bull last night. I really like Red Bull. I got a new necklace. Glows in the dark. But you can't really see it right now unless you do this.
That's really something. Doesn't Red Bull make you crash pretty hard?
No. I don't think so. No. No. Hey, after we jog, we should get a Red Bull. You could get a Red Bull, I get a Red Bull. We could share a Red Bull.
Okay, that'd be really fun. That sounds like... I think I'd really...
But you guys have 15 seconds to go ahead and cast your predictions if you have not already. So far, not a bad little tournament we got going here. Yeah. Let's go ahead and actually just get this one started. And Red Bull will go one-on-one with Joseph Zill. We do got some platforms here, and none going for the Pit, but we got Nightmare with 10 funds on the Ganondorf, so it's a little one-sided. And I mean just a little. Oh! Yeah, you got to look out for Joseph's Amiibo and down air. Red Bull had to learn that the hard way as he takes an F smash to the face. Well, this ain't going well. And that was the thing. We got to get him off stage first, and still gets back. Move speed up for the win right there. Red Bull struggling to find that first KO. There he goes, 4-2. Don't want to say it's over just yet, but it's looking very much like a Joseph Zill win so far. And we're seeing Red Bull put some nice things together here in the first minute and a half. Just just got to be a little more aggressive when it comes to the offstage, and again, also making some better decisions on stage. It is now 4-1. And that is 3-1. Red Bull now working on the reverse three as we speak.
I'm gonna slap some sense into you!
Jesus. Really? Well, just want to go ahead and say good game, Joseph, but we will give our props to Joseph Zill for the win. Well, Gary, if you knew it, you should have predicted it. Could have got some more points here, but I'm going to go ahead and actually pay out that prediction now. But yeah, Red Bull just not looking strong in this one, and I can't help but feel the platforms were definitely the downfall. This is looking like our quickest match of the evening, and the damage was actually super close here. So, you know, again, just the dunk at the beginning and also him just getting hit with up smash was just... yeah, that was not the right moves there. So I don't know what happened to Red Bull, but he is eliminated, and it looks like Joseph Ganondorf will be going up against Soy Sauce's Villager. Fucking bullshit. All right, well, we are going to be heading to match number 9. And... oh my god, I hate you, Challenge. No. There we go. We have Soy Sauce's Ness versus MLL456's Snake Amiibo. Alright, Negative XP is here. That is Sauce's Ness Amiibo, and we have MLL456's his Snake Amiibo, Rattler. Rattler actually winning our first ever items on tour, and Negative XP actually winning one of our first ever AmiiboFight tours, so definitely some history here. And you guys have 1 minute to go ahead and cast your predictions now. Yeah, we are definitely getting through round 1 at a pretty good rate so far, and then it'll be on to round 2. After round 2, that's really going to start filling out the top 8 positions, and that's when things I feel get super interesting. But Rattler, definitely a great amiibo. In this kind of a matchup, I want to say this goes fairly even. I'm not sure. But Negative XP will definitely have his work cut out for him, just like Rattler is also going to have his work cut out for him. So I kind of want to go with Rattler on this one, but I also kind of want to go with Negative XP on this one, so... you know what, I'm going to go with the Ness on this one, Negative XP. Put me down for 20 funds on Negative XP. This is your last chance to cast a prediction, by the way, guys, and we're going to get this matchup started right now. Negative XP one-on-one with Rattler. So we see 17% betting for the Snake Amiibo, and that's Disco Party Ham with 20 funds. 83% though going for the Ness Amiibo, and that is actually Gary312X with 150 funds. Of course. He's Disco Party Ham after all. He sneaks in 20 more funds at the last second. PK Thunder really providing a lot of grace here for Negative XP. I I've never really made a Snake Amiibo, but I feel like another Nikita or like a Dunk would have been the best option here to take out negative XP, but he is now down to his 4th to last stock. Yeah, that's really going to stop the momentum here from that up special, and we are tied at 4. Hear there's stuff left in the can, but when you go for a drink, it's not there. 4-4 though. Is parry? Oh. And negative XP taking a lead, 4-3. So what is the best Amiibo you ever got? In terms of what exactly? More than 2 minutes in, guys, and Radler looking for his next KO, and the Ness Amiibo not making it easy for him. And that is going to be 3-3. Yeah, that's going to be our Blitzkrieg tournament disco party ham. I wanted to actually get the submission app out last night, but I'll go ahead and get that out to team leaders tonight. Best Amiibo for Smash. I still think that's my Ganondorf Applejack. We're talking Smash Ultimate. Smash 4, that would hands down be my Ganondorf, and that's Reggie. Miss those guys. And we're going to be tied up at 2 now. Feels like that's been a lot of the mantra of this matchup for Radler, just trying to keep up with the Ness Amiibo negative XP. And there's the back air. It's making his life miserable with PK Thunder. On. I don't think he can get back from that. Oh, he could probably get back. No, he's not getting back from that. And it is 2-1. He's gonna plant that C4 just in case. Just in case. And look at this, it is 1-1. It is, I think it's more crunch time for the Ness than the Snake Amiibo, personally. Loses a stock is gonna go home. Yeah, it's over.
Did somebody say boom?
Well, gentlemen, good game, but we are going to give our props to MLL456 and the Snake Amiibo Radler for the win. Yeah, there were times where, you know, it looked like negative XP was going to take the win. Then we thought Radler was just going to bring this one back. So it was very back and forth here. We really see Radler not doing much damage, and that's mostly because of Nikita. Also, we see this is one of our longer matches and 2 seconds away from 420. God damn it. But you could see negative XP just working his tail off to try and get the win, but Nikita too powerful. That damned side special. See, now, if we were playing N64, this motherfucker wouldn't have had a side special. Sakurai, make it happen. Release N64, release Super Smash Bros. 64 on Switch, and give us Amiibo for it. That would actually be really fun. But the Snake Amiibo will be moving on to round 2, guys. I'm also going to pay out that prediction. But right now, we got another MLL456 amiibo on the way, and it's his Robin about to battle Joseph's Ridley. And yeah, complete that prediction. Sorry. Here he is. So we got Spell Slamzer. About to go one-on-one with Ridley, named Dracante. Okay, well, we'll give you guys a little bit of time to predict who you think will win this one, but you know, I'm just thinking out loud right now. I think it will be the Ridley, but if we see a lot of arc fire maybe from Spell Slamzer, maybe he can do it. I mean, even if he does that, like, more things would have to go right for him, obviously, but you know, he's definitely got a better shot if he throws in probably as much, if not more, side special than Dracante. Dracante belonging to Joseph Spell Slamzer. I know it just says Slammer, but it's Spell Slamzer. Belonging to MLL456, the owner of the Snake amiibo we just saw a moment ago. So, I mean, I want to go with the Robin a little bit, just because of side special like I mentioned, but also that up special could catch Dracante in a bad way, and I do mean not Arc Fire, Arc Wind, I believe it is, catching him for the dunk. Ooh, pardon me. But Dracante, I think, is going to take the victory here, guys, and you have one chance left to go ahead and cast a prediction if you haven't already. Also, just want to remind you guys that one of our next bin file tournaments, that's just 1v1. It's not no gimmicks or nothing, and it will be spirited. That'll be December 2nd at 7 p.m. Central Time. We're going to be doing Spirited A+ and lower. We're also going to be voting out 2 characters from our A+ tiers, so make sure you guys get ready for that. But right now, we're getting ready with our next matchup. It is Joseph's Ridley versus MLL456's Robin.
2, 1, go!
And we see 69% going for the Ridley. That's Gary312X with 500 funds. Okay, he recouped a little bit. 31% going for the Robin, and we see Nightmare, the big spender, with 120 funds. Side special, not enough though. And within the first 30 seconds of play, Spell Slamzer does have critical health stats out. Oh. Yeah, I really don't know the weight difference between these two, but keep in mind Ridley is actually considered something of a lightweight, as we see MLL456's Robin take a lead, but Dracante answering right back with what looked like a forward smash. Well, okay, not a lightweight, but he's lighter than he's not a heavyweight. Let me put it that way. Yeah, I should have said lightweight, but he's not heavy. He's not heavy. Yeah, you know, hard for me to call Samus a heavyweight, but she kind of is, so I don't know. That's kind of the line right there. But long story short, Dracante, the Ridley amiibo, it's not a heavyweight. Like an upper middleweight. Well, it's a very fast-paced matchup. I really wasn't expecting that, but within the first 2 minutes of play, we do see the Dragon Dracante down to his second to last stock. No. I thought they would have been like the same, Mike and Samus. Damn. It's actually a little surprising. Great down smash. Side special. Critical health stats still out for Spell Slancer. This is where I think he really needs to start getting a little more aggressive. Uh-oh. It looks like the Ridley had the idea to get aggressive as well, and he's going to take a lead for the first time in the matchup, 2-1. It's funny, I'm actually training a Robin right now. And it's my understanding you're supposed to kind of charge up that neutral special when you can. At least that's more or less what I remember from Axion. Yeah, it's over. Well, just want to go ahead and say good game, gentlemen. We will give our props to Dracante. Also, give it up for their Amiibo trainer, Joseph, for the win. So, as we're looking at stats, it was a 2-stock win in 3.5 minutes. And honestly, the damage, pretty close here. 586 to 504. So, that's interesting. But we're going to go ahead and move on with our next matchup, guys. In fact, let's go ahead and pay out that prediction before I forget.
Start the battle.
All right, and let's go ahead and update the bracket, and we are almost done with round 1. Like this will be our last matchup here for round 1. It's Nightmare's Byleth and Doveman's Little Mac. This should be a good one. All right, Yamcha is here stepping into the ring. And we are going to be seeing a very successful Amiibo here in AmiiboFight. It's Xion. We're going to go ahead and set up a prediction for you guys right now, but don't quote me on it. I feel like the Byleth has a pretty big advantage over Yamcha. We're going to see how this plays out, though, but yeah, right now, I don't know, man. I really want to go with Xion on this one, but you do also have to remember Yamcha, resilient. Yamcha with that down smash at ledge, pretty aggressive and dangerous, but that's really only going to get him so far, especially if Xion does maybe throw in a little neutral special, or, you know, she just really catches Yamcha in a bunch of juggles. That's a real thing that could happen, but you guys do have 30 seconds to go ahead and cast your prediction if you haven't already. Yeah, I'm going Xion on this one. Not to mention side special at ledge. That's always a W move here, in my opinion. But also want to just go ahead and remind you guys we have nothing going on tomorrow for AmiiboFight on YouTube or Twitch, but Saturday we will be back here on YouTube, actually. 7 p.m. Central Time. We got Amiibo 1v1 me, brah. It will be PGX versus Doveman in a best-of-7 series vanilla style. You don't want to miss that one. Also, at 7:30 Central Time, I'll be ski-daddling my way to the Z-Egg stream for a little Mario party. So don't forget to check out our guy Z-Egg. Super cool dude. In fact, you know what? I will give him a shout out here in just a moment. Right now, I want to get our next matchup started. I'm eager. I know you guys are too. And we're going to see Yamcha versus Xion. Looks like this prediction, though, 75% going for the Little Mac. And Disco Party Him, big spender at 200 funds. 25% going for the Byleth. And that is Nightmare with 100 funds. But look at this. Yamcha suffering a fall. I didn't see it. I believe that was a 0 to death. Hey, what's up, Joseph? Kind of late, but welcome, welcome. You know what, Joseph, since you're hopping in, man, can we actually get a shout out for Z-Egg? Great forward tilt here from the Violet, and that is a great parry. Yeah, it is not looking good for Yamcha. And that will be 5 to 2. But guys, make sure to seriously join us in following ZAG87. He does stream PvP for the server almost every Wednesday, and I know he's just trying to get into more and more Smash Brothers and Amiibo stuff, so one way to motivate a streamer to do that, follow, subscribe, and show up for every stream, every one of them. I don't care if your grandmother's in the hospital. You will watch the ZX stream. I don't care if AmiiboFight is on. Hey, wait a minute, now I care. You watch AmiiboFight. Look at this, Yamcha kicking it into third gear, getting 2 stocks pretty quickly. And Xion, I think, is pretty much ready to end this one, guys. Great parry. Dash attack from Yamcha. Yamcha with a great sidestep, lays into her with the right hand. And great parry. There's the right hand again from Yamcha. You gotta respect the resiliency from the Little Mac. That will end it. It's over. Well, just want to go ahead and say good game, but we will give our props to Xion. Also give it up for the Amiibo trainer Nightmare for the win. Another pretty quick matchup here, 2 minutes and 45 seconds, a 3-stock win here for Xion, but you know, again, we see a damage difference that's not very night and day at all. In fact, it's super close here, 329 to 380. Yeah, definitely a win for Xion. I guess a lot of people thought Yamcha was going to put up more of a fight in that one. And the Byleth fans have it. They'll be getting some points, but very true from Gary312X. We're going to be moving on to round 2. Let me just navigate up here to the top because we need to find match 12. All right, so that is going to be Joseph's Hero versus my Ganondorf. All right. Well, Disco, thank you so much for dropping by, man, and we hope to see you for Sunday's Arena, or just drop by for Saturday's Amiibo 1v1 meet. We'll try and maybe, actually it's on YouTube, I can't do predictions on YouTube. Fuck. feel like YouTube needs to do more to make their live streaming just more entertaining. But let's go ahead and bring in my Ganondorf here, and that is going to be Joseph's hero, Hiralithis. Yeah, I am not going to sugarcoat it. I think the hero's got this one here because, well, he is a hero. The only way Applejack is going to be able to survive the hero's hero-nanigans will be to be aggressive. We will go ahead and set up a prediction for you guys here. Nope, hold on. Put the trainer name instead. I need the amiibo, or the character name. There we go. Alright, so Ganondorf and Hero. Yeah, really, like I said before, Applejack is just going to need to kind of avoid any kind of fireball, side special, critical hits, any down special shenanigans, and, you know, he should have a victory. Will be a lot easier if he's got a battlefield stage, but even with the battlefield stage, it can be considered an uphill battle for our good friend Applejack. And you guys do have about 20 seconds left to go ahead and cast your prediction if you haven't already. But, yeah, you know, I kind of feel like Applejack may not really survive the onslaught, so this is kind of like, hey, good game, Joseph. Probably going to be moving on to that top 8. But let's go ahead and get this matchup started, guys, and let's also go ahead and look at the prediction real quick. So 100% going for the Ganondorf, and that's Gary with 500 funds. Well, I thank you for the show. Well, you know, we got a battlefield stage. Hold on. Maybe he's not cooked. Sparta kick. And yeah, there's the bull crit. And it is now 4-4. Yeah, the bull crit actually more coined by Splice, which, yeah, if you guys aren't following Splice stream, also make sure to follow our friend Splice. Super cool dude. I know it's tougher for him to stream nowadays, but when he does stream, it's a lot of fun. I know he's doing a lot of XCOM stuff and always does a great job of getting the community involved with his streams no matter what he's doing, which is why that's something I'm always going to really respect about Splice and Splice Stream. God, I am losing my voice. Hold Okay, I think I'm good. I don't know what that was. I apologize, chat. But, ooh, big hit. And that's a KO for Hiralithis. It's even worse when he's got Accelerate, trust me. That's going to tie us up at 2, but I feel like this game is far from over. Especially with how many good decisions we're seeing from both Amiibo. Oh, that was not a good decision. Yeah, Hiralithis with that side special, pulling it out at the right time, which is right at the ledge. And that is 1-1. It's crunch time for AJ. Whew. I was about to say, after that back throw, how is this thing still alive? Damn. I was sweating. I was totally sweating on that one. Whew. Good game, Joseph. We're going to give our props, though, to my Ganondorf Applejack for the win. Yeah, it's an upset, guys. Not just for the sheer fact that Ganondorf is, well, Ganondorf, but, you know, Joseph has just been fucking killing me in tournaments recently, so I gotta say, Joseph has really been putting in the work to improve, and I gotta say, good job, man. But 3-minute battle here, 3 minutes and 4 seconds, and it was a one-stock win for Applejack, but my god, look at the damage from Applejack to Hiralithis. I don't know how he did it, but he did it. Let's go ahead and move on. And that is going to be our first Amiibo in our top 8. They will actually meet the winner of our next matchup, which it looks like it'll be MLL456's Falco versus Mario Dude's Captain Falcon. Okay. In fact, sorry, I'm just a little self-conscious on one other thing. Okay, no, I got it. Sorry about that. So let me go ahead and get those participants, and also let me go ahead and pay out the prediction. I think that's going to be our last prediction for the evening here, guys. And we will be seeing W Rizguy in action once again.
Captain Falcon.
And he will battle the Falco. First time we're seeing Falco. That is Tulin.
Falco.
You could call him many things, just don't call him a tool. Let's just get this one started, guys. W Rizguy, Mario Dude's Captain Falcon versus MLL456's Falco Tulin. That's next.
3, 2, 1, go!
I was about to say, no way he's going for this right in the first 10 seconds, but nah, he's not going to go for that dunk just yet. It's a down air on stage, though. What is he cooking? Come on. See, I think a neutral air would have been a better choice, personally. Falcon kick, another Falcon kick. He's really trying to roast this fucking bird. Literally. And 40. Oh. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of back and forth in the air, and, well, personally, Falco enjoys the air. And that is going to be 5-4. Going to be 4-4, so a lot of things popping up here in the first minute and a half to make the match what it is now, but I really feel like, in a way, Tulin just kind of sandbagging in this performance. We definitely have not seen the full potential of that Falco. Okay. And there is the dunk for Tulin, but there is a... Great big back air for W Rizguy. We are tied at 3. I think that's a great question. Nightmare, what are your thoughts about both of your Amiibo making it to round 2? got to be very happy about that. I mean, granted, we have not seen Chroma play yet, but she is going to have a big task at hand against the Min Maru Min. That's half Mario's Min. Uh-oh. And just like that, it's 3-1. Oh my! 2-1. It's definitely not impossible for W Riz Guy. He's just got to play this pretty smart. W Riz Guy is taking a lot of damage. He can't really afford to take 2 more smash attacks, maybe even 1 more if it's right at the ledge. And Tulin is still up a stock. Big forward smash though from W Riz Guy. And Tulin's gonna get back, no problemo. Oh, wrap. Oh my! Yeah, see, that's why consistency is key. We saw the Sea Falcon
You guys need all the help you can get.
miss. And Tulin take the victory. Yeah, eventually it'll go on YouTube, Gary312X. It'll actually go on our VODs page, but that won't be for... heck, that won't be for a long time. But it is a very freaking good tournament so far, so maybe I can make an exception and bump it up in the order a little. Tulin, though, taking the win in 3 minutes and 37 seconds by 2 stocks here, and 477 to 587. So we see Tulin really had this matchup on lock, and I don't know this matchup offhand, but it definitely looked like a Falco majority. Alright, well, let me go ahead and update that bracket, guys. So we see MLL456's Falco joining our top 8. Next up, though, we got Mario Dude's Inkling against Soy Sauce's Donkey Kong. Yeah, this might be a little one-sided. Well, Dark Bull is here, and they are going to be battling Wild West, the Inkling. Actually, one of our most recent tour winners is Wild West. It's funny, Mario Dude told me I'm not expecting much from this entry, and guess what? He won the whole fucking tour. Legend. No doubt there is a tier list difference here, but part of me feels like Wild West could still snag a victory if she can punish her opponent off stage sufficiently. She's gonna wait at ledge. Okay. I have 2 Inklings of my own. They're not very good, or at least the vanilla one really sucks, but yeah, I just don't know about down special at ledge. That is something I don't remember seeing in the Exian guide, and yeah, not to mention, I really remember hearing down special just was something you should stay away from. But great parry from Wild West, and she knows how to step away from the up special, and that'll give her the first KO, 5-4. Wild West getting wild with it. And Wild West is going to actually get caught with that up smash, and it is 4-4. Yeah, we see Dark Bull not going so aggressive with it. Okay, now he's throwing out some more up special. Now I think he wants to get a little more aggressive with it, as we see him go for the up throw, and look at this, does it right into an up special. That was fancy. And great parry. And up special here. Wild West just barely making the ledge. And nice back throw here. Wild West gets back to ledge, no problemo. Well, it's definitely not the kind of matchup I was expecting, but we now see the Inkling from Mario Dude Wild West taking a lead, 4-3. Good shield work, but still catching her on the third revolution. Third hit, or third monkey around the sun. Again, we see Wild West just waiting patiently at the ledge. Personally, I think she should leave ledge and give him the old down air on the noggin. And there's the back throw from Dark Bull, Soy Sauce's Donkey Kong, and we are tied at 3. Oh, look at this! 3-2. And yeah, Dark Bull's starting to get really aggressive here. Yeah, I think he's done playing around. And that will be 2-2. I think Wild West, not only needs to get more aggressive, but could be making some better decisions, and I don't just mean at the ledge, I mean just in general. And we have now been in the matchup for 4 minutes, and yeah, I don't think a lot of people, myself included, really thought the matchup would go this long. I mean, granted, Inkling knows how to hold on to a stock for dear life, but nobody thought we'd see Wild West up by Uno against Soy Sauce's Donkey Kong Dark Bull. And that is going to be 1-1. Kong getting a little overwhelmed at the ledge. Got her. Part of me thought we were going to see a pretty big upset. In fact,
here we go. Nice fun. Different rap.
I can't help but feel just him winning by a stock is still an upset, but do want to go ahead and say good game, gentlemen. We'll give our props to Dark Bull and their Amiibo trainer Soy Sauce for the win. We saw him get the win in 5 minutes, 11 seconds, which is now our new record for longest match, if I'm not mistaken. One stock victory, and yeah, quite a bit of damage here. So, it's kind of a typical Soy Sauce Amiibo moment. He's going to sandbag a little bit and just explode right at the end, which he definitely did there. So Soy Sauce's Donkey Kong will be moving on. Next up, though, we have Soy Sauce's King DDD versus MLL456's Link. All right. I believe this is the first time tonight we're seeing the DDD in action, and this is 200 Berber. I know it's Berber, but I feel like this was actually Soy Sauce's 200th Amiibo when he made it, so it's definitely got some sentimental value to him. And he is going to be battling Sir Chain. There it is. Alright, we got the high tier matchup. Let's run it. Sir Chain and 200 Berber. That's next.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh, Enrico Harbor's playing. One of my faves in Sunshine. And there's the forward smash from Sir Chain. He is going to try to meet 200 Berber off stage, but, well, he actually gets hit in the face with a giant mallet. And 200 Berber will score the first KO with a back air. It is 5-4. Sir Chain hits the forward smash, and he's going to tie us up at 4. I don't know what it is. 200 Berber just not really looking like himself here for the most part. And big up here. We have 8 minutes and 45 seconds to go, guys, and 200 Berber getting knocked out by Sir Chain. MLL456's Link. No worries, welcome back, Nightmare. We're actually still in round 2, and we are running Sir Chain versus 200 Berber. Actually, after this matchup, we'll be seeing your Pithra a one-on-one with Half Mario's Min Min. That is going to be 3-all. I think Sir Chain, if he just keeps laying into his opponent with side special and lands a few of those, I think he'll be in good shape. Yeah, so he had about a 50-50 shot, which, you know, I did too, but I only got one Amiibo right now in round 3. That freaking Pit Amiibo. How did you win it? Oh yeah, it was a stage tournament on Mementos. The wall saving him. Oh, that was funny. In fact, that actually beat Nightmare's Nest Ace in that grand final. By the way, guys, our next stage-specific tournament will probably be sometime next month or December, and we're going to Northern Cave for that one. Something like that. I counted like 3, but maybe it was 15, because, you know, again, there was just so much going on. Well, that will be 2-1, Sir Chain. Just can't get a word in offensively. And there's the bomb. He's actually been utilizing that down special pretty efficiently. I'm kind of jealous. And there is the up smash. It's over. Sir.
I'm Bear Grylls. Woo! I'm going to show you what it takes to get out alive to some of the most dangerous places on Earth.
Chain will take a win. Well, guys, just want to go ahead and say good game. We will give our props, though, to Sir Chain. Also give it up for their Amiibo trainer, MLL456, for the win. So 4 minutes and 19 seconds. Seriously, give me one with 420 on it. I'll be your best friend. 2-stock win, and really looking at the damage, 638 to 527. Sir Chain, well, he kind of whooped this DDD. I'm not going to lie. Well, like I said earlier, I think that was Soy Sauce's 200th Amiibo, and trust me, he's made at least 5,000 more since then, so I think he's looking at this like, no big deal. But MLL456 has not seen the last of Sauce. In fact, he will be going head-to-head with him in our top 8. In fact, we have half of our top 8 already spoken for, and we're going to be moving on to our next matchup, Nightmare's Pithra versus Half Mario's Min Min Maru Min. Chroma is here. So is the Min of Maru, Maru Min. And we're going to get this matchup started right now. You know, it's hard for me to say tier list difference that is night and day. It's different. But I don't know if I want to say night and day different.
Okay, get in.
Yeah, that will be 0 to death. Yeah, I see we have a battlefield stage, but she is still getting a little overwhelmed here by Maru Min. I hear you. I hear you. I couldn't agree more, Gary312X, but Maru Min. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that was Chroma getting popped up. I'm sorry. Yeah. I feel like one good hit would have put Maru Min in the blast zone, but Chroma holding off and throwing out some very unorthodox offense. Okay. That is 5 to 3. With 8:35 remaining, Maru Min getting lit up by that side special. And that will make it 4 to 3. Chroma not looking too shabby so far. We are closing in on 2 minutes of play so far. We've seen 3 stocks taken away, 2 from Chroma, 1 from Maru Min. You know, I'm just trying to really look at Chroma's options, both offensively and defensively, but it just feels like Maru Min's just has the advantage on almost every step. I want to say, though, Min Min's still lighter than Pithra, but I don't know how much that weight is going to come in handy. Hey, what's up, Dove Man? Welcome in, bro. Hope you're having an awesome day. In fact, I think we got your match coming up here. Yeah, a few more. I'll be after the Soy Sauce Villager Joseph Ganondorf matchup. I already know that this will not be my tour. No. Your next matchup's only against MLL456's Snake Amiibo. I'm not counting out Funshine in that matchup. Former Ultimate World Heavyweight Champion. I want to bring Ultimate back. Now that we're not doing Raid Boss anymore, maybe we will. down smash connects to Chroma. It's over. Yeah, that is Min Min, all right. But do want to go ahead and say good game, gentlemen. We'll give our props to Maru Min and their Amiibo trainer Half Mario for the win. That's going to start filling out more of our top 8. But looking at this matchup, 3 minutes and 14 seconds is how long it took Maru Min to get the win. 3-stock win in 566 to 369. Oof. I don't know the Pithra matchup chart, but I feel like that's got to be one of her worst matchups. You know, probably next to Kazuya and Incineroar and Mii Gunner. Yeah, honestly, more and more on the Spirited side, I really am seeing the Mii Gunner as E tier, but on the vanilla side, I want a little more convincing. But next up, we got Soy Sauce's Villager Amanda versus Joseph's Ganondorf Joseph Zill. Well, I think if anyone could take out Amanda, it's Joseph Zill. He's just got to, he's really just got to play this one aggressively. And normally, Joseph's Amiibo know how to do that, but Soy Sauce's Amiibo also know how to do that. They also know how to basically sandbag or make you think they're going to fall, but they come back and boom, it's a victory. So Amanda going one-on-one with Joseph Zill, that's next. Yeah, we're going to reignite the leader of Team Shid, leader of Team Vigil rivalry here in just a few matches. In fact, that'll be our last top 8 match. He's got to murder that child. I don't know if Amanda is a child. I believe she has her own home and her own job, but yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. Ganondorf got to go full Beast Ganon on her. Well, Amanda actually going to take the first KO here. Yeah, again, I can't confirm that particular villager is a child or not. I mean, how many children have mortgage payments? I mean, I get it, you're paying your mortgage to a raccoon and his 2 kids, but, it's still mortgage. Oh, my God, that was nasty. 4-4. I mean, I know what the Amiibo is named after. That is a child. Oh. Wait, then... is he naming it after Amanda Bynes? Like, who is Amanda? From an indie game. Okay. Oh!
So why didn't I flinch? Because the laws of science differ fundamentally from those of...
Yeah, that's what I hate about Villager Forward Smash. There's definitely a weight difference here and a tier list difference, but Amanda looking pretty good. Remember, the Villager is also the mayor. Man, fuck that. Let's make KK Slider the mayor. All in favor? I'm not seeing any hands, but 3-all right now. What? I don't think I even want to know. Well, it is 3-2. And another great down air. And that's a great parry, actually, from Amanda. that down smash after side special, but not, well, now we see him getting the KO. It is 2-2. Needs to get back into this one. Oh my! Joseph Zill will take a lead. Nice little itty bitty combo though from Amanda. There's the side special breaker. And that'll tie us up at 1. I don't even know if that was a down tilt or what that was. I don't know Villager too well. Debuted in Smash 4. That was down to gotcha. Yeah, we're just seeing a lot of side special spam. And we are at 5.5 minutes remaining. My. A lot of damage being applied there. Oh my God! What a way to end it! Just want to go ahead and say, gentlemen, good game. We will give our props, though, to Soy Sauce and his villager amiibo, Amanda, for the win. 4 minutes and 49 seconds is how long it went for. In puddles? What? Bro. That's not cool. 1 stock win for Amanda, and my God, the damage was super close here. 33% difference, actually. So I just can't help but feel Joseph Zill kind of dropping the ball on that one. Yeah, of uranium. Well, let's go ahead and move on here, guys. All right, well, 2 spots remaining. Next up, we got Funshine and Funshine, Doveman's Banjo and Kazooie, and MLL456's Snake Amiibo. That is Rattler. Funshine. Here he is. Good. Actually, I think this is our first time seeing Funshine for the night, but I got to admit, these are 2 very fun amiibo. I really like Funshine a little more, to be honest, but part of me feels Rattler is going to get the victory here. MLL456 is Snake Amiibo. But we're going to see if Doveman's Banjo Funshine can withstand the punishment. Seconds in so far, and Funshine, I guess you could say having some fun at his opponent's expense. And the forward smash will land. Funshine picking up a 1-stock lead. Has been planted. It's tense. It is a tense vibe right now as we see Funshine get exploded by the Snake Amiibo. Snake Amiibo trying to add insult to injury with the C4, but iframes saving Funshine. And great parry here. Nice neutral attack from Radler, and he is just, you know, offensively throwing the kitchen sink at Funshine, but Funshine just needs that one side special, that one invincible move, and he's got a lead. Well, we're starting to see a lot more fast-paced action here in the first, well, we're actually well within the first 2 minutes here. Shine is doing some stuff. I feel like MLL Snake is using too much F smash. Yeah, I can kind of agree with that. But it did just
Metal Gear.
work for him there with the iframe, so 3-2. Yeah, Funshine really putting some stuff together here. I think Radler may need to rethink his strategy. Funshine with the back throw. And that's going to bring Radler down to his last stock. I'm holding my breath here, but at the same time, I think Funshine is going to possess one of those last spots of top 8. It's over. Well, good game, gentlemen. We will give our props, though, to Doveman and his Banjo and Kazooie Funshine for the win. So it looks like Funshine was able to get the win in 3 minutes and 17 seconds, one of our quicker matches of the night. 3-stock win for him, and 517 to 337. It was just, God, it was just all Funshine here for the most part. You know, I was really anticipating a close game here, but it didn't happen that way. Well, Joseph's Ridley gonna go one-on-one with Nightmare's Byleth. That's next. Leader of Team Shid versus leader of Team Vigil, partaking in their rivalry once again. I feel like this is going to definitely be a matchup that will go the distance, but Xion has got to look out for that side special. If she can do that, maybe counteract it with her own side special, she'll be just fine. Lego. You know, Xion is a very good Byleth. However, Dracante is no slouch either, so I think we're going to go ahead and see. I personally feel we'll see each competitor down to their last stock. That is my prediction here in this matchup. First 30 seconds in, though, it's a pretty even pace. And we see Xion taking the first stock. Fireball's missing right there. I think Dracante may have to start going off stage for those KOs. And we are now at 4 apiece. Well, Dracante is kind of standing back and taking that neutral special on the chin. That's not going to increase his chances of winning by any means. And we now see Xi'an up by Uno. And, you know, Xi'an's just not done. Rakante just spawned in, and she's already starting to put things together and be very consistent with the offense. Oh. I think it was a bad gimmick, Joseph. Bad. It's aight. It's just, you know, Nightmare during those raid boss arenas would show us, hey, just side special, then I think it was either neutral attack or forward aerial, and they were just gone. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Although I think Tricante, if I remember correctly, was the winner of our free-for-all tournament, or maybe it was something else, I forget. Or two. Yeah, and that was, what, like 12 Amiibo? 15 Amiibo? So, not too bad. Oh boy! It's 4-1. Xi'an looking super good right now. And there's the drop in. It is now 3-1. Xi'an looking for something. I really feel like Xi'an's going to take this one wholeheartedly, but kind of curious to see if maybe Dracante can take one more stock away from Xi'an. He does. And now Xi'an wins.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Well, gentlemen, just want to go ahead and say good game. We will give our props, though, to Xi'an. And also give it up for their Amiibo trainer, Nightmare, for the win. 3 minutes and 57 seconds, a 2-stock win for Xi'an. And, yeah, the damage really showing us Xi'an just looking damn near invincible in this matchup. I don't know what he means, because he's still in the tournament. I think you meant Joseph is actually knocked out here. So let me just go ahead and update our bracket, guys, and that is actually going to be our top 8 right now. I don't know why challenge is just been all kinds of fucking crazy today, but so congratulations to my Ganondorf, MLL456 is Falco, Soy Sauce is Donkey Kong, MLL456 is Link, also Half Mario's Min Min, Soy Sauce is Villager, Doveman's Banjo and Kazooie, and Nightmare's Byleth. Let's raise one for him real quick, guys. Salute. And you know what, guys? My Ganondorf is still hanging around, and he's the bounty. But next up, we do have a match between my Ganondorf and MLL456's Falco. So, yeah, pray for Applejack. Because I don't think this is in the Ganondorf's favor. Is this him? No? There it is. Yep, quarterfinals time, and this will obviously lead into our semifinals, but This is again another rivalry of mine in Amiibo Fight, me and MLL456. Good luck, sir.
2, 1, go!
In fact, we got a battlefield stage. I don't know, I feel like the Ganondorf might have a few more options up his sleeve. Nope. Nope, not really. Oh, there's the Sparta kick. Yeah, another one. It's a good way to get some space from your opponent. It's just not knocking out at the moment. That will be 4-4 already in the first 40 seconds. I think it's a pretty exciting matchup. Oh boy. Well, you can see guys, both Amiibo need to be on their toes and be on their P's and Q's. 0 to death for Applejack? God damn. I don't know what is going on right now, but for a moment I thought he was going to save him, but nah, he didn't. It is 3-2 though. Yeah, kind of like that. Well, you know, it's kind of like we saw earlier. The one Amiibo just needs to take some stage control. The other Amiibo needs to punish in the air. A little surprised that didn't KO. And that'll make it 2-all. And that's 2-1. Good shielding. That's 1-1, and it's more crunch time for Applejack than Tulin. Oh, he got him! Damn. Good game.
Sorry, got it, Jack.
Damn, if Applejack just played smarter at the end, he would have had that. But regardless, good game, MLL456. We're going to give props to you and your Falco for the win. Let's take a look at this one. It was a good back and forth battle, 2 minutes and 53 seconds, one of our shorter matches of the night. It was a one-stock win, but yeah, just looking at the damage difference, this is just making me mad to a point where Applejack, I feel, should have had this win, but right at the end, making just bad decisions, and he's knocked out. So next up, guys, we're going to see another MLL456 Amiibo. It will be his Link Sir Chain versus Soy Sauce's Donkey Kong Dark Bowl. Yeah, I am not in the semifinals, but appreciate you dropping by here, Gary312X, and hope you have a great rest of your evening. Let's go ahead and get our next matchup set up, though. Alright, well, we're keeping it Smash 64 style. I like that, but Sir Chain has a challenge ahead of him in the form of Dark Bold. That's next. Yeah, again, this is another matchup. I really don't know how it goes, but part of me feels like the Link could really take the upper hand, more so off stage than anything, and Dark Bold's just going to try and get a good ground game going. missed that up air. Yeah, Dark Bull doesn't want to get distracted here by the item, and yeah, the down special could be more of a pain for the Donkey Kong than the Link. We're gonna find out how that really transpires here. Oh, got him. And that is 5-4. Very true, very true. 4-all. And so far we're seeing a very heavy-hitting matchup. Oh, nice up smash here, and there's an up smash now from Sir Chain. Chain does take a lead, 4-3. Oh. No, that will not KO. For a moment, I thought it was. Yeah, you know, more and more people going with the hyper smash attacks, it seems, nowadays. I know Fluffy had that going for a while with his Bowser, and people were like, hey, I want to try that. That's just insane. And the up special lands for a big ol' KO. We are tied at 3, and yeah, Dark Bull I think is done sandbagging here for the most part. He is ready to start ending it. Two. And nice up special here to keep the tone pretty even. I mean, keep in mind the Donkey Kong, the third heaviest character in the game. Dark Bull having a hard time doing anything right now. Uh-oh. Double hit if I'd ever seen it. Big up special though. Sir Chain still gonna hold on to his third to last stock. And with 6:30 remaining, we see a back throw here, and that is 2-all. And now we see 2.
Well, excuse me, princess.
1. Dark Bull has got to go into some kind of hyperdrive, overdrive, what have you, if he hopes to get the victory. And we see again another Amiibo just not wanting to leave stage. I mean, you definitely have that option, I believe, with Donkey Kong, but a lot of people go for the offstage play. And Sir Chain cannot make it back. It is 1-1. It is crunch time, I feel, for both Amiibo with 5.5 minutes remaining. And yeah, we're going to be seeing special attacks flying. Sir Chain can't really afford to hit more of those and hope to continue. Just got a little nutty. It's over. Well, just want to go ahead and say good game, gentlemen. We'll give our props, though, to Dark Bull. Also, give it up for their Amiibo trainer, Soy Sauce, for the win. Again, we see another Soy Sauce comeback from his Amiibo. It's almost like Soy Sauce is trying to radio control his Amiibo just to get the upper hand, but right now, we're going to take a look at some stats and head into our next matchup, but we will see Soy Sauce's Donkey Kong meet another MLL 456 Amiibo in the next round. 5 minutes and 21 seconds in favor of Dark Bull by 1 stock, and we see the damage just so freaking close here, but Sir Change is not able to get it done. Well, next up we have Marumin versus Amanda. That is half Mario's Min Min going up against Soy Sauce's Villager. And this will be for the third to last spot in our semifinals. Winner of this matchup will battle the winner of Funshine and Xion. Definitely two Amiibo trainers that have had the most AmiiboFight wins here in tournaments. A lot of people would say Bint was a big help for them. Others would say that them asking for advice was a big help for them. All I know is that they have persevered many a times in the server. In the first 45 seconds, no knockouts thus far, surprisingly. Can't help but feel that the fact we have a battlefield stage is kind of prolonging Amanda's life right now. And actually the up smash will land to make it 5-4. Amanda, oh, that's a stock taken away, and we're tied at 4. I've really noticed in this first minute 40 how methodical this matchup is. It's a lot of good decision making. And we are just about at 2 minutes into the matchup, guys. Marumin trying to get that next KO, but Amanda holds on. Yeah, I, for a moment, thought Marumin wouldn't make it back, but she's got that. No problemo. And that will be 4-3. Marumin will take a lead. I can see not happy about that. And with 2 minutes and 45 seconds into this matchup, it again seems like we are in for the long haul with this match, as Marumin still keeping a 4-3 lead. Oh. Well, now it is 3-all. Oh, yeah, I forgot her kicks can sometimes reflect projectiles. I don't think that's really something that a lot of people remember about the character, but low-key, I remember there being a time where I'm like, oh yeah, Min Min is in Super Smash Brothers now. I always forget that. And with it being 3-2, guys, Maruman, I think, just really wants to close this one out. But Amanda is still on second to last stock as we approach 4 minutes remaining in the matchup. Or 6 minutes remaining in the matchup, excuse me. And Maruman just making it back. And Maruman has seemed to have an answer to everything that Amanda has thrown out. And great side special. And there's a dunk from Amanda to tie us up at 2. It's definitely been a different kind of matchup here in the past 30 seconds to a minute, and I think Amanda wants to make sure she goes to the finals. She's still got quite a ways away, but look at her go. And forward smash will land. Amanda up by Uno. First time in the matchup, but now we're tied at 1. Crunch time for both Amiibo. And it's over. Amanda taking a win. Well, just want to go ahead and say good game, but we will give our props to Amanda and their Amiibo trainer Soy Sauce for the win. Yeah, I think a lot of people scratching their heads on this one. In fact, this is, again, another matchup where Soy Sauce's Amiibo was behind, but somehow just brought it back at the last second. So with 6 minutes and 27 seconds definitely being our longest match of the night, we saw a 1-stock win for Amanda, and it's 700 to 588. So yeah, definitely interesting. I will wholeheartedly agree with you there, Nightmare. Yeah, I think a lot of people didn't have that one on their bingo card. I know for sure I didn't. Right now, though, we're getting into our next matchup. It is Funshine versus Xion. Alright, Doveman's Banjo versus Nightmare's Byleth. And this will be our last matchup here in the quarterfinals. Excuse me.
2, 1, go!
All I know is we have got to stop this Soy Sauce self-win. That is all I know. And I think one of these two will definitely be able to get the job done there. Because, let's face it, that Donkey Kong is pretty good. far, there are no KOs in the first 45 seconds of play. We got a battlefield stage here, so I kind of feel that Xion may have a little bit of an advantage here just because, well, Nightmare is the trainer and he really enjoys utilizing up air for his amiibo. And that will be 5-4. Funshine does have a lead right now of Uno over Xion. Now we see it tied up at 4. Yeah, this is definitely one of those matchups you're kind of afraid to talk over the matchup just because, well, you were saying moments will happen, but all in all, oh, nice sidestep by Funshine. Yeah, that would have rocked him a bit. We see a little back and forth here, but Funshine with an advantage. Great parry. Oh, she didn't get all that up air. Way, I think the platform kind of just ended the up air animation right there. We see Funshine just trying to battle back to the stage. She's gonna L cancel out of that. I don't know why she did. I think she should have let it rip. And that will be 4-3. Well, Funshine's still showing a lot of resilience here, but I can't help but feel as the clock ticks, his chances of winning the matchup are going in the trash. We do see Xion suffering a fall, though, and it is now 3-all. Funshine is off stage, but he'll make it back no problemo. And within the first 4 minutes of play, Xion still possessing a lead. But we can see she's getting, I guess, a little frustrated off the fact she just wants to get these last 2 KOs and move on to the semis. Again, this is our last matchup of the quarterfinals. Quite a nice top 4 so far. Well, Xion is on second to last stock. It's not impossible for Funshine to go ahead and bring this back, or I guess you could say we'll make it a soy sauce moment. Funshine's still on his last stock. What is he gonna try and pull off? 4.5 minutes to go. I don't know what she was thinking of right there, but that is just not the right move. Neutral special. Well, that time it landed. Ow! And that's it. It's over.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Well, just want to go ahead and say good game, gentlemen. We will give our props, though, to Shion and the Amiibo trainer Nightmare for the win. Again, one of those more methodical matches we had. 5 minutes and 47 seconds, one of our longest matches of the night. Yeah, I personally think a shotgun would do better, but that's just me. 2-stock win for Shion, and 769 to 548, showing us that she was very serious about getting the win here. And that is going to go ahead and fill out our semifinals. And let's go ahead and get our first match of semifinals started. It is Dark Bull versus MLL456's Falco, Tulin.
Donkey Kong.
All right. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the Falco might have an edge in this matchup, but Dark Bull has been pulling out all the stops here, and the fact we got an Omega stage should favor the Donkey Kong.
Hands off my pa!
And that's a dunk for Tulin. Not the prettiest dunk in the world, but it got him a KO. Yeah, personally, I think Tulin is being a little risky here with some of these moves, but so far doing a great job of applying pressure to Dark Bull. Great parry. There was a lot going on in those exchanges, but we now see Tulin's first stock taken away by Dark Bull. Well, minute and a half into the matchup, it's been fairly even. Dark Bull gonna try and take advantage here, but not really taking full advantage here, and that's 4-3. And with more than 2 minutes into the matchup, guys, Tulin is gonna suffer a fall, making it 3-all. It's definitely a close matchup so far, a lot closer than what I was expecting it to be. Had to get all of that down air, and Tulin still looking for a KO, as is Dark Bull. Well, that was quite a combination there, but that is going to finish off the third to last stock of Dark Bull. Great parry. And up special is enough. 2-all. Well, we're coming up on the halfway point, well, just a little bit. for the time limit, but I gotta be honest, just was not expecting this matchup to be this close, like I said earlier. And that will be Dark Bolt taking a lead for the first time in the matchup, but now Tulin gonna even us out. Crunch time for both Amiibo. And he got him. Well, just want to go ahead and say, good game, gentlemen. We will give our props, though, to Tulin. Also, give it up for their Amiibo trainer, MLL456, for the win. Just some quick stats here. Tulin able to get the win in 4 minutes and 9 seconds with a one-stock win. Also, we saw 575 to 565, showing us just how close it was to a soy sauce self-elim, but it will not happen. It will not happen. Well, next up, guys, we have another soy sauce Amiibo here ready to compete. It will be his villager Amiibo Amanda versus Nightmare's Byleth Shion. Again, I know it's a soy sauce Amiibo and all, but I can't help but feel Shion should have this one pretty well in hand. I know there's a tier list difference and a weight difference, and I want to say a matchup difference, but I could be wrong on that. But Shion will go one-on-one with Amanda. Winner going on to finals to face MLL456's Falco Tulin. Yeah, homeboy was not tooling around. I'll see myself out after that one, but
Good one.
nice side special here from Shion. Ooh. Yeah, that's 5-4. Honestly, how do you even continue just taking a sharp-ass axe to the throat like that? I would have been like, nah, I lose. Just don't hit me with that shit. Better yet, don't hit me with the arrow. That looks super deadly, what happened to Funshine. First minute of play, though, and nice neutral attack there. We are now a minute 10 into the matchup. Amanda's still looking for her first KO. Shion, getting tossed around a little bit, but again, she's heavier than her opponent, so she can afford to get tossed around just a bit and, still keep going with it. Forward throw. And the side special will land. Amanda, though, still on. No. Now it is 5-3. And that will now be 4-3. Amanda fighting for her young life. Great parry. That's one thing you can expect from both a soy sauce and half Mario Amiibo is good parries. And that will be 4-2. Lena has not been putting up as much of a fight, I think, as a lot of people were hoping she would, but so far, Xi'an proving to us that she is just pretty freaking good. And that'll be 4-1. What will Xi'an do next? Well, we have 6.5 minutes remaining, and yeah, I am not going to sugarcoat it here. I think it would be a miracle if Amanda was able to bring this one back. Obviously, she's just got to lay into more side special and just be aggressive in the air, but even with all that, I still think we're going to see Xi'an go one-on-one with Tulin for our grand final. Yeah, it's over. Well, no soy sauce self-blend, but now there's just no soy sauce amiibo in there at all. Yeah, definitely didn't expect that. I really thought with the 4 amiibo from Sauce, we'd see 1 in that grand finals, but still did very well. I think he got all 4 of his in top 8, if not 1, actually. But still, good game, gentlemen. We're going to give our props, though, to Nightmare and his amiibo Xi'an for the win. 4-minute matchup, 4-stock victory, and 590 to 298. Jesus Christ. There's not much more to say on this one here, so we're just going to move on to the grand final. Now, again, normally we would do a thug final here, but we don't really have a need for third place prizes or anything like that, so let's just go ahead and bring in the Falco. Alright guys, this is it for all the marbles for the 10-year anniversary tour of Amiibo. That's right, 10 years of Amiibo have led us to this.
For Frodo.
Team Vigil Finals, and this, ladies and gentlemen, I would say is cinema of the highest caliber. Fuck what any other Amiibo streamer's doing right now. This is what's real. Oh, what's up, Gary312X? How you doing? All 30 seconds into the matchup, there are no KOs thus far, but Gary, I think you made it back at a great time. It is the grand finals, and that is going to be 5-4. Oh!
Right, now you're scaring me. What's going on?
Oh! And that is going to be 4-4. Damn. Definitely clipping that one. Who's it going to be? Will it be MLL456 or Nightmare? In fact, yeah, both of these guys I just let go from sponsorship. What the fuck? Oh! Tulin with a great big FU with that dare. Hey, Tulin. Tulin. I dare you to do that again. Well, minute 45 into the matchup, guys, and Tulin does possess a one-stock lead. Forward throw. That's a good question. I mean, we can't ask that question to MLL456 at the moment, but yeah, how does it feel to be in the finals with your Byleth Amiibo Xion? But Tulin now up 2. And now it is 3-2.
This isn't over until I say it's over!
Well, I'm liking the energy in this matchup so far, but Xion's probably going to have to find a new strategy here, or Tulin will be the champion. That is 2-2. Well, 2 minutes and 45 seconds into the matchup, guys, and I don't know if Xion can really recover from this. I mean, she's doing a good job so far, but has the damage already been done? Oh boy. Yeah, the bird got blasted with the neutral special. And that is going to be 2-1. And now we are tied at 1. It's tense. It's AmiiboFight grand final time. Everyone down to last stock, and this is where you gotta leave it all on the line. Oh, got her! Down smash.
Victory screech!
From Tulin, it's over. MLL456 is the 10-year anniversary tour champion. Give it up. Well, just want to go ahead and say, gentlemen, good game, but got to give it up for MLL456 and the Falco for winning the whole damn tour. I just can't even believe it. I can't believe it. I won't believe it. I shan't believe it. But we're going to end the tour from here. Congratulations, guys. And I know it says 27. It was more like 25. But, you know, some great stuff here. Especially we see Soy Sauce tying for third with his Villager and Donkey Kong. That's actually pretty impressive here. But Byleth coming in second. That's Nightmares Byleth. And MLL456 finishing strong with first place. It's over, Gary. It's over. It's over. 4 minutes and 34 seconds on this matchup. A one-stock win for Tulin. And, you know, he did not even have the most damage. It was 473 to 617. So this is, again, a very similar scenario I had when I saw Applejack go against Tulin. Applejack just had so much more damage, and he still lost, and it's all because of Falco down air. Damn it. Hey, what's up, Z-Egg? Just caught us in time for, well, for the end of the 10-year Amiibo anniversary tour. And yes, happy birthday to Amiibo. Definitely. Also like to raise one here for MLL456 winning the whole thing. Good job, dude. Salute. But yeah, as far as I guess MLL456 goes, because yeah, nobody had Tulin on their bingo card. I know that much. But long story short, guys, I really believe that MLL456 is going to be just doing Amiibo stuff for a long time. He's also talked to me about starting his own stream. So I really hope that is the case and we get to see some cool stuff from him in the future. But I will reach out to him tomorrow about prizes. And I, again, just want to say, guys, thank you so much for throwing in your bestest Amiibo so we could go ahead and see who is top dog here. And it's Tulin. It's Tulin. No joke. No joke. Just a reminder, guys, we're not doing anything tomorrow, but Saturday we got Amiibo 1v1 me, bro, at 7 p.m. Central Time between PGX Mewtwo and Doveman. It's going to be a best of 7 vanilla series. And you know what? At 7:30 Central Time, I'm going to be hopping over to ZX stream. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun, us playing Mario Party and shit. Yeah. Yeah. Sunday we do have an open arena though. It's our 1v1 and that will be 7:30 Central Time. So make sure you guys keep training your Spirited Amiibo, keep getting better. Other than that, guys, oh, there it is. I was kind of waiting for that one. Thank you. Just lost the cap. Damn it. Damn it, Ziag, this is your fault. Don't ask me how, but it is. It is. There we go. But, we are not going to be rating out here tonight, guys, and I just want to say thank you for 10 years of Amiibo. This is for everybody right now, whether you participated or not. Just doing anything Amiibo. Thank you. So, on that note, guys, good night, good luck, and happy birthday, Amiibo. You are awesome.